What is going on, everybody? Happy New Year 2021. I could sit here and I could reflect. I could think about all the negative. I could think about everything that went wrong during this year in my life. And ultimately, I've sat here and thought about what I do every time around the beginning of the new year, each and every year. And I think a lot of us do this. We talk about how awful and how we cannot wait to bring in a new year. And as excited as I am to continue moving forward in life and be able to still be living and have a roof over my head and have a family and have friends and have a great community and have this platform and be a part of the hobby, be into a lot of things like daily fantasy sports and be decent at it. We often say, I cannot wait to bring in the new year. This year was so terrible, blah, blah, blah. As I think about it, I think about this has been a pattern for years, right? We always say that this past year was the worst in most cases. Not saying everyone, but a lot of times you hear that, right? That's why we're so ready to move on and move forward. I'm going to take a different approach this year. My approach is going to be setting some goals, some similar or the same as they were last year, some new goals. The big thing is going to be getting back to the consistency side of who I am and what this channel is, what the community is, and also the positivity. Trying to take all good out of anything bad that comes across. Instead of dwelling, looking for negative, digging deeper into the negativity or the negative. Try to change the way, and my approach is, even on the job side, on the day job side, customers that come at me disgruntled and try to change my attitude for the day or who I am, and try to continue to be better and try to continue to hopefully help change their not so happy or their mad attitude or their negative attitude and change it to a positive one, no matter what it is that they're complaining or griping about, or therefore any friend, any relative, right? Anybody I may come in contact with. There's a lot we could sit here and complain about. There's a lot in 2021 we could just sit and check off and go this and that and this blah, blah, blah. Why do we want to do that to ourselves? Even if it hasn't been that great for you, why do you want to do that? Are you gaining anything out of doing that? Is there anything at all that you're gaining from that? Or are you just putting yourself in a worse attitude? Things to think about, things to question. They're simple. Guys, a lot of times when I talk on here, when I do these videos, I'm not a rocket scientist. I never said I was. I'm not giving you rocket science. I'm not giving you some crazy resolution that's insane. I give you very simple advice. I look at things in a simple matter. Similar way that I do daily fantasy sports, which I've been doing consistently for 8 years. There are so many metrics. There are so many analytics. There are so many things that you could research all day. And I get it. Some people that do that are some of the best and most consistent winning players in the world. But I do all right. And I make it simple. I don't make it difficult. I don't overstress myself. I ultimately look to have fun doing it. And if I win, if I have a huge win one night, or I have a great streak or a great week, awesome. That's amazing. If I don't do so great, it's okay. There's tomorrow. Life is not hard, guys. Life can actually be pretty simple. It depends on how hard or how easy you want to make it. And some people could come at me and say, oh, but you don't understand. I'm struggling financially. How can you say life can be easy? Have you thought about if you're struggling financially? And I'm not a financial advisor in any means. I'm not even that great with financial advice or anything like that. But have you ever thought about if you are struggling with financially with money? Have you ever thought about what you spend your money on and where your money goes? And if you're just, oh, it all just goes to my rent, or it all just goes to this, or it all just goes to that. Take a day, take a week, write down every time you spend something, every time you buy, if you go to a store, not every single item individually necessarily, but maybe keep those receipts for a week and go through it and look at what you bought. And look through all that stuff and look at what you spent your money on and see how much of that you were really in need of. That was a necessity. I think you'll be surprised at how much money you probably, I wouldn't say waste, but if you're struggling financially and life is not easy, there's probably some corners you could cut out to make it not so stressful. Again, it's simple. It's easy. I've always talked to you guys. I've always said to you guys in the community about goals and goal setting. They're important. If you're struggling and you're kind of at a standstill and you haven't really went in and improved in any way in your life that you feel personally, I would challenge to ask you if you've actually even set any goals for yourself. If there's things daily, weekly, monthly, yearly in your lifetime. I'm very thankful for all of you guys. I'm very thankful for having life right now. I'm being alive because there's stories I can tell, and one day I'm going to probably do a big video and discuss and tell you a bunch of crazy stories of the years of my addiction. My years of addiction are never over. I'm battling them every single day. But I still fight through them. And I think about what's coming up here, guys. It's a new year. It's 2022 officially. And my son and I are going to, I'm going to check another thing off my bucket list. I'm going to Lambeau Field, Green Bay, Wisconsin, Sunday night. My Vikings are playing the Packers in Lambeau. The history at that field. And being able to see my team playing them, my first experience. It's going to be amazing. And I'm so thankful that I get the opportunity to do that. Do you have a bucket list? Are there things that you're working on or focusing on to check off that bucket list? If you don't, create one. If you're struggling mentally, physically, you have depression, anxiety. I'm struggling with anxiety these days myself, guys. You guys know about the issues I ran into. I thought I was having heart attacks and I had heart issues, and it wasn't even that. It was just stress buildup. No problems with my heart. Got it all checked out. How are we combating that? How are we bettering ourselves with that? Are we finding a way, advice, somebody to talk to? Is there someone we trust that we can reach out to, that we can DM, that we can call, that we can text? Have you tried to reach out to a close friend or relative if you're battling any of that and say, hey, listen, I'm just not right? It's okay to tell somebody you're not feeling right if that's how you feel. It's okay to tell somebody you're physically in pain if you really are. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you're battling addiction right now, if you're addicted to some type of drug, if you're an alcoholic, if you're addicted to gambling, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody. It's important. Each and every one of your lives is important. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And if I could meet each and every one of you face to face one day while I'm still alive, I would be honored and I would be thankful for that. As I am thankful for each and every one of you who show up and support me and are a friend to me and talk to me and chat with me. Think about this. I use this platform. I can go live and I can get people in from the community that I can interact with that are in all different states. It's not nothing new. I haven't discovered something insane new. It's been around forever. But sometimes we don't think about the small things like that. How cool is it that we can come together, or I can go to Jimmy Gunn's when he's live. You know, I can go to BITG's live. I can be in Triple Diamonds doing that, the breaks with the community. I have a lot to be thankful for 2021. And I know that 2022, there's going to be many more things I'll be thankful for. Another last thing I want to share here before I let you guys go, as you start to encounter and enjoy this new year, 2022, is that always stay in contact, always keep in good standings with the people you know, you like, you trust, just anybody in general. If I were to tell you guys that I was going to be back breaking cards for some friends of mine's card shop and business a few months ago, I would have told you you're crazy. Never thought I'd be breaking again at all. Just didn't want to, at the time, just didn't want to do it because I assumed I would be having to do all the shipping, packaging, labeling, and doing all the sorting all myself. And I am thankful for the opportunity to be able to be at Triple Diamond Sports Breaks now and rip with them. I am thankful to have some amazing people like Balls in my life that I've met through this hobby community. Jimmy Guns, right? Dent from Alpha Fan Breakers. Smash. I mean, Eloy. The list goes on, guys. I'm going to forget people. You know, it is what it is. There's each and every one of you guys. Some of you I talk to a little bit more. Some of you I have your numbers. We text. We have phone conversations once a week or whenever we can. I'm going to end this now as I've continued to babble on. Wishing each and every one of you an amazing 2022. Set some goals. Check things off that bucket list. Enjoy your life. Try to make your life simpler. Make it easier, not harder. And let's have an awesome 2022. If you're not subscribed already, I'd appreciate you do that. If you could hit the thumbs up as well. Turn those notifications on. Guys, leave a comment below what you're going to do, what your goal is in 2022 or goals, what you want to check off your bucket list in 2022. I'd love to read them. I'd love to see them. And I can't wait till the next stream that I get to hang out with you guys. I love each and every one of you. Life is important. You're important. Your health, physical and mental, is important. Reach out if you need somebody. Peace.